as you can see, I have both quadcopters here. The one that I've got, the first one is the one I originally had, and as you can see, the motor mounts are all janky and broke, and there's a bunch of hair in between that prop, and it's just pretty beat up, used. And this one is the one that I just got off of eBay, and it's fairly new. It looks new. All the LEDs work on it, which mine don't. And for some reason, it's dropping whenever I turn and then try to put the gas on. It just wants to drop to the ground, and I'll show you that later. Another thing, when it takes off, it's got a weird yaw to it. It'll turn instead of wanting to go straight or staying tracked. So both of these batteries are charged. I'm going to put this battery in here, and this is the one that I originally had with the broken motor mount and everything, and I'll show you that. I forgot which radios go to it. Hang on. So let that bind. Nope, wrong radio. Alright. Turn this one on. Okay. New battery and everything. Show you how this one flies. So you can see the props. They got nicks on them and cuts and everything, and definitely used. So I'll show you how this one flies. Full throttle. Doesn't do any kind of dropping or falling out, and it's staying tracked pretty well. So I'll land it, take it up, and it goes slightly to the right, not too bad though. But overall, it does well, and it's fairly quick for being as used as it is. Okay, now I'll bring this one in. Now, turn this one off. Again, that's one. Now two, put the fully charged battery in. This damn thing wants to get caught on the plastic. Well, alright, that's in there. Now turn this radio on. Now these are in the same second mode for intermediate. So, take this one up, and it's got the speed. It's just fine. It wants to drop. I don't know if you can see the remote here. Let me see. I don't know why it's dropping. It's got brand new props on it. It's got the speed and everything, but sometimes it just wants to drop. Now, I did this test earlier with a nickel taped to the top of it because I plan to put FPV cameras on it, and I did the same thing with the other one with a nickel, and it just didn't do quite right. I always wanted to drop. Now, the yaw problem. Alright, you can see that it's even now, but I'll take it off, and it turns to the right pretty abruptly. Oops. So get it stuck out of here. So let me see if I can get it to start doing the dropping that it usually does. All right. There's the weird yaw spinning thing. Let me show you on this. See, it's spinning around. I'm not even touching any of the yaw. And on throttle, it wants to spin for some reason. And I think that's the reason that it drops when I turn it. Because I think one of the motors is maybe spinning faster than the other. And all of it's trimmed out the right way. So I really don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the motors or if it's the flight controller. Again, take this one, turn its receiver on. Oh. Alright. Now this one is the one, number one, with the broken motor mount and everything. And we take it up. See, on throttle it's not spinning. So let me do a little test here with this. It's still spinning, that one's spinning, but it just seems like the other one is doing more of a rotation than that. So let me show you another thing that I did. Alright, this is a little trick I learned with the larger quads to figure out why or how or if your motors are a little weak or something's wrong with the flight controller. It's just to add a little more weight. Put a GoPro on it, or if you got a GoPro session, put a Hero 5 on it. Okay. Now see how this one reacts with the nickel on it, which would be just like an FPV camera, a little small micro FPV camera. Carries it well. You can still tell that it's carrying a camera. Whoops. Lost my nickel. There it is. Alright. But as I said, even with this broken motor mount, it's still not got the intense yaw like the other one does. So, oh, got the nickel hanging. Let me show you how this one acts with the nickel on it. I need some more tape. Okay. Stick the nickel on this one. Now mind you, this one is fairly new condition. It doesn't look like it's been treated by me at any point in time, as you can see from the hit that it took on that truck. So, picking up the nickel fine, flying around, I turn it, and with it completely level and the throttle 75%, it's not wanting to do anything. It just wants to drop. Now, like I said, with the bigger quads, that's how I learned to figure out something's wrong with your motor or your flight controller, because it's the loss of power. So if I plan to put a FPV camera on it like I plan to do, which they should be here tomorrow, this one won't be able to carry it because of the, see, and you can see that it's throttle it up and it's just slightly spinning constantly, and it really won't even come off the ground now with the nickel. Full throttle, not doing much of nothing. Let me let it down here, give it a punch. Yeah, and it's not wanting to, oh, there it goes. Just very, very sluggish with the nickel on it. So something is wrong with one of the motors, or that was 2, and here's 1. Go back to 1, put it out here on the ground like that one was, and give it a full punch, and it's up, up, and away. Really doesn't have any problems flying around with the 5-gram nickel on it. It's actually a little bit more controllable, predictable. So, I don't know. It just seems that something is a little off with quadcopter number 2. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good one.